To the Pittsburgh
Patriots
Steelers.
also pulled off a win.
How about that?
On Thursday night in Pittsburgh. You have your thoughts on that? Ready to go?
Should we go three?
Yeah, I think we should do it right out of the game.
Right.
Let's go, Mike.
Let's go.
I love it. It feels so long ago. I didn't know if we were going to do it.
No, let's do it.
But let's start with Zappe, right? I feel like the first half, probably the best quarterback play the Patriots have gotten all season, right, from Zappe.
Yeah,
and I think the thing that I highlight with him is pocket presence, calmness. Right? Like, I think he settled them down a little bit. And it did fade off a little bit in the second half. But actually, watching it over, I didn't think it was as bad for him in the second half other than the two plays, the interception and the near interception on the sideline. So I thought Zappe would be where I would start. Second, I'll do Zeke. I think that was a 52 of 57 snaps. Awesome performance, and to see how much it meant to him after the game. I watched him walk right into the locker room, and he let out a big roar. I think he's a great story, right? Like back in August, they sign him, 1 year, $3 million, and everyone says, cheaped out again. Dalvin Cook should have been Dalvin Cook. 1 year, $7 million. So I think good example of sometimes it's not always what you spend, but how you spend it. And I think he's been a great pro. So he's my number 2. And then my number 3, since the game was so long ago, I'm going to give you the flip side of that. I'm going to go DeAndre Hopkins. And I'm going to sort of twist on our 3 points here.
Whoa.
Watching last night, a little bit of envy, like in what could have been, right? So I'm going to give you
end of the game. You need a guy to pick up a bunch of yards. There he is.
We had 7 grabs last night.
So I mean, and what, like 100 plus? And
so
I think, I'm sort of playing both sides of the fence here, right? I'm telling you, Zeke, awesome. Great signing. Extend him. I'd love to see him stay around. Yeah. And then on the other side, drop the ball probably. Not probably. Drop the ball. Be decisive and say it. This guy could have been in your employ, and you saw what could have been watching him last night.
As good as he was, too, Zeke, on offense, I think, he accounted for 142 of their, how many yards? 200-something yards.
Yeah.
Bill said the tackle on the interception.
Loved it. Love that play.
Could be game-saving tackle. Because the defense was able to get off there.
57 catches, 898 yards, 6 touchdowns for DeAndre Hopkins so far this year in an offense and on a team that's not good.
Not good. Wow.
Yep.
And, Tim, I usually try to come in with 3 game-specific points because we do it on Tuesday, which is just 2 days after the game. But I figure on this game was Thursday. It was so long ago.
They're freshening it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right, I just wanted you to know where I was coming from.
So my question about the second half for you, Mike, is why do you think the offense struggled in that second half?
I'll go to my notes, refresh it. I mean, I think obviously the Zappe interception, which by the way,
you had a route issue there too. Like
too close.
Zeke
Juju
ended up checking down. Juju was dragging right to left, and I think he's trying to get the ball to Juju. Zeke got like right in the throwing lane, and it gets deflected. It's up, and he ends up making a tackle there. But I think that's when they started to dial things back. Like, all right, we got the lead. There's the pick. Let's start to sit on it a little bit. They tightened up, I think, conservatively on offense. But go ahead.
Absolutely. And so, Beto, why did it go south offensively? I think it's probably the answer to most of this season, in my opinion, the offensive line.
What did Andrew say post-game?
Like
they made some adjustments at halftime.
And so that first drive they had in the third quarter, they get a first down on the first play, 16 yards, short pass, Zappe to Zeke, if you remember.
Yep.
And then the next play, offensive holding on Connor McDermott.
75.
That was a bad one.
That was a bad one. So you're 1st and 20. And then you get to 3rd and 7, so you dig out of it.
Fans get into it.
And I thought the right guard missed a block, I thought, on 3rd down. So that was the first drive of the second half. So offensive line breakdown puts you in a hole, and then the interception by Zappe, and then you're further in the hole now, and it sort of gets away from you a little bit. But it started, in my opinion, Beetle, with the offensive line.
All right, well, Mike Reiss is now with us for the hour, 617-779-0985. Let's grab some of your calls. Jason's on the Cape. Hey, Jason.
Hey, guys. How you doing today?
Good. What's up?
Nothing. I'm just curious when we're going to start talking maybe about the best quarterback in New England, the kid from Holy Cross, Matt Sluka. The local flavor is good, and watching that type.
Seriously, we're going to draft the quarterback from Holy Cross now? He's not serious, right? He's just messing with us because Tim McCone is here.
It's got to be. Sluka's legit. He's in the transfer portal.
That's got to be. That's got to be a Tim McCone thing.
Oh, he entered the transfer portal.
Yeah, he's in the portal.
Who's he getting looks from?
Well, Chesney's at James Madison now. Head coach moved on, took the James Madison job. So a lot of those guys going portal.
Kid's a good player. Yeah, Max Lane's kid is tight end on that team. But yeah, Max said he's a good athlete. Probably the lone player on the team that will get potentially any looks like a Tommy DeVito type. Yeah.
That was definitely from McCone. That's a McCone call right there. Anything?
I never saw him play.
Yeah,
I never saw him play, but I've heard good things about him.
Ryan and Malden for Mike Reiss. Go ahead, Ryan.
Oh, I'm on.
Excuse me. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, Ryan, how you doing?
I'm doing good. So I want to talk about Zeke Elliott. He's been playing, in my opinion, above average this whole season.
Oh.
And you've seen what he did last week in the win and that win. And if you ask me personally, I think he's got enough gas tank to extend him next year. And I'm wondering what you think, Mike, if the Patriots will maybe try to get him. I know they want to clean house with certain players, but I think they should try to keep him for another year because he's shown what he can do and what he can bring with his veteran experience and just running the ball hard.
I agree with you, Ryan. I think part of it is what does Zeke want to do? There's a part of me that feels like his heart's still in Dallas, and I don't know that for sure.
Feels jaded, probably.
But I don't know if he'd want to be back. And honestly, to his point, guys, on extending players, who's going to be the coach? What's the system going to be? If you're a player right now, you're probably waiting anyway, aren't you? And then if you're the organization, who's making that decision? It gets complicated, right? Based on the uncertainty around the team for the organization and for the player. I agree with everything that you said. I think I even wrote it. I said he's worthy of an extension. However, you got to know what the dynamics you're sticking with or if you're the team and the player in this situation.